And hello, welcome back to another race live stream on BRWC. Today we are on League C, aim is Motorway, and in race 2. Now we are in qualifying. How many drivers are here today, Laser?
I believe there's like 8 or 9. Let's see here. There's 4 in this heat, and then we're gonna check the other heats. There's 5 in the second heat, so there's gonna be 9, I believe, unless someone dips. So, yep, 9 to 10 drivers today. I think that's a good track. I mean, like, it's not super favorable for like track length to driver number ratio. Like 10 drivers on a track that's a minute 15 long is kind of not the best, but I mean, we're working with what we got. There's going to be a little bit of backmarker action today, but it's not going to be too crazy with backmarkers. So following the trend of the other maps for League A and B, for this League C race, we're going to go on Amos Motorway, which is another one of Alessandro's tracks. This is one that not many people like pay attention to that much, because most people focus on like No Name or even Racing Reef. But Amos is, I think, a pretty solid track for this skill level, especially. It's predominantly, I'd say, packed ice, with a couple blue ice straights and stuff, which is pretty good for this skill level. Alessandro tracks have been given a stigma recently of not being that good. I think they're solid. They're fine for racing. They're not like, they don't stand out that much, but they're solid for racing. So I'm excited to see how this race goes today.
And here we have the long blue ice straight. And at the end it's very hard to get the right brake point and to take the turn perfect. And the last time, I'm not sure anymore, but the last time was very hard for the server, right?
Yeah, it was. We had to use particles on the corners to like generally see stuff, but I think we're gonna have a lot better of a time today. But yeah, I think the notable corners on this track are that corner with the blue ice straight that we were just talking about, and then turn 1, which is a very similar long blue ice straight to heavy braking zone packed ice turn. Otherwise, the turns are all the turns generally flow pretty well, but I don't think that we're going to see too much action on them. We have seen a couple cool overtakes, especially like an Alessandro triple overtake in the past, I believe, on this track. But I'm not sure if we're going to see that again today, especially with the low driver counts comparatively. I'm also not sure what the pit delta is, which really sucks, because that's pretty important. Though the pits don't look that long. There's only like 5 slowdown strips, and it's not that long the pit lane either, distance-wise. So I don't think it should be that much. I think it should be pretty low, which is interesting. We generally have pit stops that are like, you know, at least like 15 seconds or longer comparatively, but I think this might be like 10 seconds or so. I'm not 100% sure, but I mean, I guess we'll wait and find out. Or I can test it now. Let's see here.
Oh, these top times are so fast. I guess my fastest time here was 1.13, but after 13 I'm not sure anymore, but not that fast. And I remember that I had the record for a long time. But yeah, now the drivers are way faster. Oh,
yeah.
And qualifying 1 is over. Do you think ZaEnderaZul will get the pole position or someone else?
I'm not too sure. We have JustEsperance, I think, is also a pretty high skill level for this league. In Quali 2, due to their requests, they have to go do something. So yeah, I'm not too sure. We'll see.
Yeah, I would also say Ichiba is very fast, maybe underrated, and I guess El Saco de Papas is his mentor or something like that. So we'll see.
Alright. Alrighty, and that's the last driver to go. I'm curious on how the track would be like if we had more tuning, because right now it's generally all packed ice or all blue ice. There's no like ice tuning that we see in like FC1 tracks and stuff, or even like these newer tracks like Atomic Dust. So I'm curious on like how the track would change if we added some of that tuning. I think some parts wouldn't change that much, like especially like S's or like chicane sections, but like 90-degree turns and stuff might be pretty favorable, or like might give nice changes to results.
Okay, 5 people already watching. Welcome.
Nice.
We are currently in qualifying. In qualifying 2. For all new ones. And later we will make a race on Thundering. I guess we never had a race there because of server problems.
Oh yeah, you're right. I think we had a fun race, like an impromptu fun race on it, because we had to cancel it for like actual, like we didn't count it for points, but we still held the race there, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's what we ended up doing. The pit delta does not seem to be that large. I did an impromptu kind of scuffed measurement of it, but like with that measurement, it does not seem that big. I'll save that information from when we start the race so we don't give any competitors an advantage for being in stream. But yeah, it doesn't seem to be that big. Interesting.
And Y2 is again driving with a chest boat.
Oh boy. Let's see here. Okay. You don't have particles. Let me go fix that. Okay, cool. He has particles now.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Who is El Kral?
No clue. I've not heard of them before. Oh, well, there we go. It's just a sprint style 113. I believe that beats like the 114 flat of last round. Last season. You can use this command, by the way, to see how quality's doing right now.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
JustEsperance the whole half second ahead of
ZaEnderaZul already lost his pole position. So, wait. But only JustEsperance is in front of him, right?
Mm-hmm. ZaEnderAzul is still second place, with Boatrace 0.05 behind him, but Boatrace is in quality heat 1. Otherwise, you have Ichiba hasn't even finished that. Wait, what? Hold on, let me see. Ichiba is now 4th, tied with Boatrace this time. And then JP is 6th, tied with Max Dash for 5th.
Techno Gustav is testing the pit lane.
Oh, nice. Oh, Julian, I know the number, or I know a number, but it's not 100% accurate, but like it's a roundabout number.
Ah.
Yeah. Alrighty. Here, Ichiba is still probably about the same position. Yep. Yeah, we got a couple reserve drivers today in Ralph and Walter. You can see their times clearly are a little bit behind the other people. That's fine.
So many people are using the pit line. Around 13 seconds. Okay.
Not the number I got, but like, yeah. Like, I'm thinking it's about 10 seconds. Yeah, should be about 10 seconds.
Okay, we have now 1 minute and 30 seconds left for JustEsperance. The question is now, will he get the pole position?
Most likely, I think. Like, Ichiba has a lot of big ways to go back to catch up. I'm not sure if they have it in them. And JustEsperance with another PB with a point, or another fastest lap with his quality heat. Another tick faster, 0.05. Looking good for him. Ichiba looking to maybe, yeah, no, Ichiba's not going to have enough time to start 2 more laps. This is going to be his last lap right here. Let's see how they do.
That's the last lap for Ichiba. He came wide in turn 1. Is it enough?
So have to wait and see.
He touched the block, the curb. That was very close. Yeah, it looks very solid, but for qualifying there's still space to improvement.
Alright, here we go. Let's see this hard braking zone. Okay, that wasn't that bad. Yeah, that was pretty solid. Well, JustEsperance finishing. A little bit sad about something yesterday. Ichiba mows on the inside. That sucks.
Okay, so that is pole position for JustEsperance, most likely. Only JP... No, he cannot break that. So we have 2 drivers left who can break that pole position. And it's Ralph is my name and Valtu.
don't think it's gonna happen. Yeah, no, it's not gonna happen for Ralph at least. Yeah, it's just, yeah.
And Ralph made no improvement.
Nope.
I guess for Y2 it's over already.
Walter's coming in on the end now.
Yeah, but
it's not looking like it's gonna be improvements either.
Did he throw his lap away?
I'm not sure. He just missed. There we go.
And that is the pole position for JustEsperance. Here we have a lot of drivers. And that is the qualifying result. ZaEnderaZul is on position 2. Then we have Boatrace, Shiba just on P4 with the same time like Boatrace. Then on P5 we have Max Dash, then JP, then Sotumney, is it correct? I'm not sure. Then Rife is my name and Y2. And here the drivers are in their grid spots. What do you think? Who wins this race?
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking mostly at JustEsperance and ZaEnderAzul, although I think Boatrace and Ichiba, maybe even Max Dash have a good chance of touching this out. Sotumney also set some pretty good lap times, I think, from when I was setting up the qualifying heats in time trialing, so he's gonna be one to look out for as well. And of course, you have to also look out for Ralph's name and Walter, maybe even the H-Dog to be back markers for this race. We'll see though. Alrighty, ready?
Yes.
And here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there's the start. JustEsperance came a little bit better way than ZaEnderaZul. ZaEnderaZul now in the inner line.
JustEsperance just lagged back into the apex and loses 4 positions, is now in 5th place. That can change very quickly though. He has people right on his particles right now. That does give ZaEnderAzul P1 in the first turn of this race.
Oh, and JP tries to overtake Esperance as well. But there's no space, nowhere.
Nope. Oh, we have a fight for first place. Sotumney is right behind ZaEnderAzul, in between the ghosts and the particles. Doing a really good line, doing a really good job of abusing ZaEnderaZul, messing up a little bit on the previous turn, but yeah, does not take as good of the line on that section right there, and falls a little bit behind. Has to be really careful right here to not bump. Let's see how good they are.
Oh.
Alright, those are solid lines. No bumps. Very good play. And the chicane section is very interesting as well. Oh man, JP with a double overtake after JustEsperance and Boatrace take the most super hard on that second part of that chicane. And we have, I believe that's Legit H-Dog pitting right now. Legit H-Dog having a really good start, got into 4th place immediately. I'm not sure about the pit though, I don't think that really helps him at all. And that puts him like right with a bunch of other people right there. I'm not sure if that was a good play or not. I think it was pretty actually, not the best play at all. But yeah, we still have ZaEnderaZul and Sotumney in P1 and 2. Very close. We have Ralph and JustEsperance fighting right here for 5th. I think Ralph actually got the overtake. Although, no, he takes a bad line on that turn, and JustEsperance edges him out right there. Ralph gets the particle lag back and mows on the inside, loses a position to Ichiba, and is now in 7th place. I'm not sure how much experience Ralph has. I don't think he has that much experience with racing, but getting particle lag back is something you have to really watch out for. Like what just happened just there, him particle lag backing and mowing on the inside, happens pretty frequently. Top level drivers are aware of this and can play around it though. So, a little bit of an experience showing. Yeah, so Sotumney takes a bad line to that chicane, and the gap definitely increases to a sizable margin for ZaEnderAzul and Sotumney. H-Dog pitting once again. Interesting decision by him. these pits are not that long. I understand his idea of let's get both pits out of the way and just have clean air for a good long time. But like he isn't gonna have it for that long unless he unless he has a slower pace than everyone else. Because he's gonna catch up to people because these pits are like only about 10 seconds long. So I'm not too sure. Guess we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, definitely looking at this track and looking at how these drivers are spread out so far. I don't think there's gonna be too many backmarkers in this race. Even with pits in effect, I don't think there's gonna be that many. It's just such a long track and there's only 10 drivers. Definitely can be proven wrong though. We are only on map 3 of 19, so I mean that can absolutely be subject to change.
Yeah, a lot can happen. A disconnect, for example. We had it last week in League A with Rocket Race, and he had to disconnect, fastly reconnected, but he lost all points.
Yeah, that was pretty sad. Hate to see it. But yeah, we have Sotumney, the gap increasing from Sotumney and ZaEnderAzul to P1 and 2, just a little bit. It's now 3 seconds, I believe it was only 2 seconds in the previous lap. But we also have JP and Boatrace and JustEsperance right behind them. Sizable gaps from 2 to 3, but 3, 4, and 5 are all pretty somewhat close together. If one of them messes up hard, the people behind them can overtake for sure. So then yeah, after the position 5, you have a pretty large gap to position 6 in Walta. Wait, Walta? Oh, I guess Max Ash and Ralph Ichiba all pit. But I mean, I think Ichiba might even be behind Walta in terms of full time. That could totally change though if Walta gets totally outpaced though. Yeah, right now the gap to Walta from Ichiba is about 9 or 10 seconds, so yeah, we'll have to see how that plays out. Yeah, gap to ZaEnderAzul once again increasing for P1 and 2. Went up to 4 seconds now. That's a whole second in, what was that, like 30, 40 seconds of talking? So, yeah.
Boatrace is pitting.
Well, Boatrace is pitting. Interesting play by him. We'll see where he ends up. He might end up right in front of Walta. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, Walta's coming up on the final turn right now. Yeah, he's gonna definitely emerge in front of Walta. Alright, yeah, that's not a bad play. He has a lot of clean air now. At least for a while. I'm not sure where Boatrace was, if he was getting held up, but if he was getting held up, that was a great play by him. Now he has a lot more clean air. That gap, P1-2 gap is now 5 seconds. This gap is definitely increasing at, honestly, a pretty fast rate. I'm not sure how to feel if I'm Sotumney. I mean, although, like Sotumney, I'm also, I as a driver also am struggling with getting outpaced. Like, that's kind of one of my main problems right now as a driver. I'm just getting outpaced by everyone. So I'm curious to see how they overcome this issue as well. Just getting outpaced by P1. I'm not sure how the gap has been with B2 and 3. I'm not sure if JP's getting close to Sotumney at all, or if ZaEnderAzul is just like that much better. Because if Sotumney and JP are at the same pace, and that means that ZaEnderAzul is just that much faster than everyone else. We'll have to wait and see though.
Okay, where's Ichiba? Here's Ichiba, very close behind Ralph.
Ralph is a League R driver, so he's being a reserve right now. Ichiba's trying to pit, understandably. I guess if Ichiba doesn't feel confident in getting this overtake on Ralph, then pitting is a solid option. Although, do remember, we are only on map 5 and 6 of 19 maps. So using both pits this early on is honestly kind of questionable. Because then you're giving yourself 0 pit options at all for future laps, where you might be in an even worse predicament, right?
Yep.
Ichiba going on these super aggro lines on the H-Dog. Trying to get this overtake. I think he's making up ground. Yeah, he has. Yeah, H-Dog is super wide and gets Ichiba the overtake. Just barely. Nice job. Yeah, the gap to P1 and 2 has increased even more. I don't know what happened to Sotumney.
JP and pit.
Yeah, the gap is now 8.75 instead of 5. Yeah, something must have happened. Yeah, we got JustEsperance right behind Sotumney. I think Sotumney must have messed up because JP just pit and is only 4 seconds or 5 seconds behind JustEsperance. Oh wait, never mind. They're not second.
Stays in front of Boatrace.
Ooh, nice.
That means good defend against the undercut of Boatrace. The question is, where is JustEsperance?
JustEsperance is probably...
He's now behind Sotumney.
Yeah, they are.
The question is, when should he pit to not fall back behind JP?
Yeah, I think the pit gap is something like 10 seconds-ish. Although, you know, if his team gave him good information, I'm sure like he can be a lot more confident in that. I think the general game plan right now is if you do outpace JP, do a couple laps if you have clean air, and then just pit to block him. So you get large enough gaps, you can ensure that you're going to be in front after you pit. Yeah, the gap has already gone up to 11.5. It's gone up a second in the past 20 seconds of driving. So, it's now 13. I think JustEsperance, if he wants to defend against JP, he should pit right now. He also doesn't have that much to do behind Sotumney. I don't think Sotumney is going to make any huge mistakes.
What happens here? Boatrace very close now, behind JP.
Ooh. Okay. He's right there.
They are in a fight. They maybe lose time now, and JustEsperance is the third person of this fight, and he may get profit out of it.
Exactly, yeah. Because if JP and Boatrace bring each other down because they're fighting and defending, that will just increase the gap to JustEsperance, and that will just give JustEsperance a 100% free pit window. Some strategy that people aren't really utilizing is teaming together in a situation. Because if JP and Boatrace have a solid pace but are getting held back by trying to fight each other, they can just say, alright, let's not fight each other, let's just set good laps so that JustEsperance does not get this larger gap and have a free pit gap, right? So, if they were to do that, then that would prevent JustEsperance from getting that favorable pit gap. But we saw Boatrace getting a boat tap. Oh, that was sick! Boatrace got the boat tap on the hard braking zone after the blue eye straight, and ended up taking a better chicane and getting the overtake on JP. Although it's not over yet, they are really close. It depends on this turn 1. Oh, JP gets a slightly better line. They're particle on particle. Oh, Boatrace gets hard particle back.
Wow.
Is now clearly behind. Takes a different line. Oh, and then gets particle back and mows hard. Damn, that was a good fight. You don't see such good boat taps like that frequently. It's hard to tell also, like, from a spectator's perspective when someone gets a boat tap. But basically, when their rod changes direction really quickly, that means they got a boat tap. Or like, it looks like they hit a wall, but there's no wall, so they must have hit a boat, right? So yeah. Yeah, JustEsperance currently 10.5 seconds in front of Sotumney. Oh, no, sorry, 9 seconds in front of Sotumney. 10.5 seconds behind ZaEnderAzul. I think ZaEnderaZul should just shit gonna win this.
H-Stock is now behind Well2.
Ooh, wait, what?
H-Stock is now behind Well2.
Ooh, nice. Okay. And yeah, H-Stock has done one more pit. I do expect him to have better pace than Walter. And then right behind him is also Ichiba. And H-Stock and Ichiba are both fighting, so I guess if you're Ichiba, you're pretty happy that Walter's right there, because that gives a larger chance that that H-Stock is going to mess up from hitting Walter's back. Let's see on this hard braking zone, all of them go pretty wide, especially Ichiba. Let's see this chicane. Walter mows heavily, that bumps legit H-Stock in exactly what I was saying. Ichiba gets the overtake because legit H-Stock bumps into Walter's back, and then legit H-Stock bumps again. Hard mows, and it puts Ralph right there. Let's see if Ralph can get the overtake. Outspeeds, does get the overtake. Legit H-Stock just lost 3 or 4 positions, or 2. Just that one bump. This is why you gotta play really careful when you're ice boat racing, or else you're gonna lose a bunch of positions and your race can be ruined by just one bump. There we go.
Yeah, let's talk about JustEsperance. He has still not done any pit stops. and the gap is not big enough currently to not lose any positions if he pits.
I mean, so Gustav said 13 seconds per pit gap. I think it's about more like 10, maybe like 9.5 seconds. So I mean, by my calculations, he has enough time to pit and stand across Sotumney. But if Gustav is more correct and it is actually 13 seconds, then yeah, he shouldn't pit right now. I think if JustEsperance does outpace Sotumney, he should definitely wait and, you know, try to build up a larger gap. You can do like a lap or two just to check like how your pace is compared to Sotumney, because it just went from 11.65 to 11.8. So if you can consistently slowly increase the gap, it just went up again by 0.1, then he can guarantee, you know, in case the pit is actually 13 seconds slower, then he can pit after getting up to 30 seconds. Yeah, it's 12.2 now. So yeah, he should definitely stay out for a few more laps, wait until he's over 13 seconds, maybe like 13.5, and then pit. And he should basically be guaranteed to stay in front.
Oh, Purple Toki. He's rooting for well2.
Yeah, let's go. Walter is pretty far behind though. He is a whole pit down and 4 seconds off of person in front of him. Not looking good for Walter. Although, honestly, things can happen. Like, we've seen worse flubs before, right? We still have 7 laps of this race. And definitely stuff can happen in those 7 laps. It's not likely, but it can definitely happen.
Oh, okay, and JustEsperance can pit now by Gustav's calculation.
Oh, absolutely, yes. Yeah, I don't see, like, most people have already pit, and I don't see anyone really at all close in front of him besides ZaEnderAzul, who's, like, you know, in first place. I mean, there is Walter in front of ZaEnderAzul. ZaEnderAzul does decide to pit just to avoid Walter. But, yeah, I don't know.
No, he's not pitting.
Oh, wait, does he get the overtake on this? He does get past. Let's see if he can take turn 1 just fine.
Okay, that was
there we go.
Pretty good.
Yeah, good play by him. He does get P1, honorary P1. Technically, he's still behind in total time, because if he pits, he's gonna totally be behind ZaEnderAzul. But I mean, it always feels good to be in P1.
Wait, what's happening to the gap? Ah, I see.
Yeah, alrighty. ZaEnderAzul is honestly like a whole pit up on basically everyone. Like, he's a whole 11 seconds ahead of Sotumney, and if a pit delta is 10 seconds, then he's a whole pit up. And it always feels bad when you're like a whole pit down from someone when you're racing. It's always just like, god damn, like, I'm this far behind. He's right in front of me, and he's already a pit in front of me. You know, yeah.
Oh, now he's pitting.
Okay, ZaEnderAzul decides to pit, and
oh, ZaEnderaZul as well. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we see here a strategy with pitting. With pitting very early, but it looks like that these strategies was not very, not the best today.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so Sotumney ending up pretty far behind. Yeah, it's looking like a gap. The pit delta is like 9 or 10 seconds because Sotumney is like 4 whole seconds behind JustEsperance. And last time we checked, I believe Sotumney or JustEsperance was like 14 seconds in front of Sotumney. So it's looking like a 9 or 10 second gap for pit delta. But yeah, so now we have Sotumney 1 pit down and ZaEnderAzul right behind him, currently in 3rd place. Let's see if anything happens. JP is pretty far back. This is 6 seconds behind. So even if Sotumney bumps hard, I don't think he's gonna get overtaken by JP. Although there is no real reason to push right now. Like, you're not currently fighting with ZaEnderAzul. Like, sure, like, you know, you're both in the same race, you're both in competition, but at this point, your fight is not with ZaEnderAzul. Your fight is with JustEsperance, right? So, like, in these situations, neither driver should really be trying to, like block each other. For instance, if ZaEnderAzul clearly outpaced Sotumney and was somehow behind Sotumney, then Sotumney should just let them pass and or like if they can let them pass without losing too much time, they kind of should, because otherwise they're gonna be like, you know, in liability to like get bumped in case like ZaEnderAzul does a super cool move and like passes them during a corner, and then the ghost bumps Sotumney, right? So especially if Sotumney's or like if the particles get really close to each other, then like that's like a oh shit moment. I should probably let this guy go. So yeah.
And the first backmarker is coming.
Ooh. Wait, which one? Water?
Well,
yeah, there's
yes.
water. I think in a few laps ago they did catch up to Water. I think it was ZaEnderAzul who was like a few seconds behind Water. So here he is once again. Gonna be, or I guess JustEsperance is leading the race, but yeah, Water is catching, or they are catching up to Water right now. Yo, Water did a sick, hard braking zone turn. He actually did really cleanly. What the heck? Let's go, Water. Oh, ZaEnderAzul is really freaking wide on that turn. Sotumney's still too far away to really take advantage of anything, though. I'm not sure if you want to stay out Sotumney. Like, if ZaEnderAzul is racing like this, yeah, and Sotumney goes for a pit.
Yep.
Oh, that's a hard mow by JP on that chicane on the end of the track.
And JP
yeah,
should
that's
overtake now. But it's
it's
very
gonna be close.
Oh,
okay, he does stay. Okay, there it is. Yeah, nice. I think JP is kind of just fighting for 4th place right now. Boatrace is a whole lot of time behind. Actually, no, wait, Boatrace is right there. They might be fighting for 5th place right now, or 4th place right now, or whatever place that is. Yeah, they're gonna be fighting for 4th place after JP pits. Currently, JP is they're 12.5 seconds in front of Boatrace. I think it might be in JP's best interest to just pit as soon as possible, just to stay in front of Boatrace. I'm not entirely sure how their pace.
Y2 is right in front of Esperance.
Ooh.
Right, Y2, the backmarker.
Yeah.
But he's pitting. Oh,
Yeah.
if that was a good decision.
I think so. Like, you don't have that many backmarkers this race. I think he'll stay in front of JP and Sotumney.
Yes, he will.
He should. Yeah, they're far behind. Yeah, so like that was a solid play. Like, it's either stay behind Walter for some reason on the last 3 laps of the race and like just kind of sit there and lose time, or just pit, get clean air. Like that was a solid pit. Probably the best pit he could have done at this point in the race.
Gustav wanted to that JP pits, and by the time he would have been fallen back behind Boatrace. Okay, so JustEsperance is now gaining time in the last laps on ZaEnderaZul. Will that be a last lap fight here?
The gap is closing. If ZaEnderaZul does flub a little bit, JustEsperance will catch up. They aren't too far behind.
Y2 is now very far.
Yeah. Very clean chicane by ZaEnderaZul. JustEsperance doing a pretty good job as well. Oh, we have JP going super wide on that heavy braking zone near the end. Sotumney is now right there, only about 2 seconds maybe behind. Although kind of flubbing his chicane, gap does increase quite large again. But honestly, like if JP messes up heavily again, that could be a chance for Sotumney to get P3 in this race.
Oh,
yeah.
Y2 is coming closer. Oh, Boatrace left the
is.
game!
Oh, that sucks. No, you hate to see that.
Oh no.
Uh-oh, they could do something.
Huh? Okay. Yeah, Boatrace left the game, so JP will most likely be on P4.
Let's see if JP actually remembers the pit.
ZaEnderaZul made a mistake. And JustEsperance is now right behind him.
Yo!
We are in the last lap.
Oh yeah, they're right there. If Walter messes up hard, then he could end up right in front of ZaEnderAzul, and this would get really interesting.
Y2 can decide the winner today, if he wants to. Boatrace is back.
Yeah, Walter's right there now. Pretty close. Although we are coming up in the second half of this track. Let's see. Oh, ZaEnderAzul mows hard. Oh, but JustEsperance bumps him.
And now we are going into the long straight.
JustEsperance is right there. It all depends on this final section of this track. Let's see it. Oh, JustEsperance getting partial knocked back, but survives just fine. Here we go. Oh shit. Oh, that's it. That's the overtake by JustEsperance on the final turn of this track.
A second last lap overtake for the win. JustEsperance wins this race.
Holy shit, that was awesome.
Sotumney on P3. Also very solid. Good strategy, good start. And here we have JP. Missed the podium. On 5 we have Boatrace was not in the last lap. We have Max Dash on 5. What was that?
Oh, that was awesome.
Ralph is my name. Is now here on P6.
Oh wait, is Ralph beating some actual League C
Oh, what's that? It's Shiba versus Legit H-Dog, but it looks like H-Dog is a little bit faster.
Yeah, that was close at the end with those two as well.
Ralph on 6, H-Dog on 7, and it's Shiba on 8. Now we have Y2 and Boatrace missing. Here's Y2 in the last turns. The question is now, did Y2 did he block someone, or was it just bad played by ZaEnderaZul?
Not too sure. I wasn't paying too much attention to him. I think there was other fights going on that I was looking at, but yeah.
And that's it. Here's the race result. Oh, how can I look up the qualifying result?
That should be round results, round 1 quali.
Round results quali.
JustEsperance passed that with 13.55. Nice.
Yeah, JustEsperance made it. He won the race. He got pole position and the fastest lap. And he had a pretty bad start, but at the end he made it. Let's post a picture of it. Qualifying. Is a podium somewhere here?
I don't think we did, no.
Race results and Esperance has fastest lap. Ui.
Alright.
Okay, we have no podium. I would say we just say goodbye now. The stream is over here. On to the next race. Yes, we have Rookie League now. And I recommend to watch this. But League C is over now. And I say goodbye and see you in the next stream.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
Bye.